History whispers of societies untouched by the familiar hand of royalty. These societies, often shrouded in mystery, intrigue us. They challenge our preconceived notions of power and leadership. How did these royalist lines govern themselves? What led to their rise and, in some cases, their fall? Exploring these unique systems reveals alternative pathways for societal organization. They offer glimpses into diverse expressions of human governance. The very existence of royalist lines compels us to question: why is monarchy so prevalent in human history? Is it an inevitable stage of societal development, or is it merely one option among many? These questions, timeless and profound, lie at the heart of our exploration into the captivating world of royalist lines. Join us as we journey through time and across cultures, unraveling the mysteries of these intriguing societies. The term royalist line refers to a lineage of power or influence that does not rely on hereditary monarchy. In simpler terms, it signifies a system of governance where leadership is not passed down through a single family line. Instead, power might be distributed among a council of elders, elected officials, or even based on meritocratic principles. Royalist lines are diverse in their structures and mechanisms. Some might emphasize collective decision-making, while others may vest authority in specific individuals chosen for their skills or wisdom. The absence of a singular hereditary ruler distinguishes royalist lines from traditional monarchies. This fundamental difference often leads to contrasting social structures, power dynamics, and cultural values. Understanding the nuances of royalist lines requires us to shed our preconceived notions of leadership. We must embrace the possibility of alternative pathways to social order and governance. The concept of a royal-less line challenges our assumptions about the natural order of power. It invites us to explore the multifaceted ways in which humans have organized themselves throughout history. Royalist lines are not a modern invention. Their roots stretch far back into antiquity, leaving their mark on various cultures and civilizations. From the bustling city-states of ancient Mesopotamia to the democratic ideals of the Iroquois Confederacy, history offers a rich tapestry of royalist lines. Each example provides a unique lens through which we can examine the complexities of power, leadership, and social organization. Examining these historical examples allows us to appreciate the diversity and adaptability of royalist lines. They thrived in various forms, adapting to specific cultural contexts and environmental conditions. The success of these societies challenges the notion that monarchy is the only viable form of governance. It highlights the human capacity for innovation and adaptation in organizing their societies. By delving into the past, we gain a deeper understanding of the enduring legacy of royalist lines and their continued relevance in the present day. The Roman Republic stands as a testament to the potential of royalist governance. For centuries, Rome thrived without a king, relying instead on a complex system of elected officials, assemblies, and a powerful senate. This intricate web of power distribution, while not without its flaws, fostered a period of remarkable growth and expansion for Rome. The Republic's success lay in its ability to balance the interests of different social groups, preventing the concentration of power in a single individual or family. The Roman example highlights a crucial aspect of many royalist lines: the importance of civic engagement. Citizens were expected to participate actively in the political process, from voting in assemblies to holding public office. This emphasis on civic duty fostered a sense of collective responsibility and contributed to the Republic's stability. While the Roman Republic eventually gave way to imperial rule, its legacy as a successful royalist line continues to inspire political thought and debate even today. Section 5. Medieval Italian City-States, Royalist Commerce and Culture. The bustling city-states of medieval Italy offer another fascinating glimpse into the world of royalist lines. Freed from the grip of feudal lords and distant emperors, these independent republics flourished as centers of trade, art, and intellectual innovation. Cities like Florence, Venice, and Genoa developed sophisticated systems of governance, often relying on elected councils, guilds, and merchant oligarchies to manage their affairs. The Italian city-states demonstrate the link between royalist lines and economic prosperity. The absence of a centralized monarchy allowed for greater economic freedom and encouraged entrepreneurial spirit. Merchants and artisans, often holding political power, were incentivized to innovate and expand their businesses, contributing to the overall wealth of their cities. This period of royalist rule in Italy left an indelible mark on European history, fostering the Renaissance and laying the groundwork for the modern world. Section 6. The Iroquois Confederacy, a royalist beacon of democracy. Across the Atlantic, the Iroquois Confederacy stands as a powerful example of royalist governance in the Americas. This alliance of 6 Native American nations, known as the Haudenosaunee, thrived for centuries without a paramount chief or king. Their system of governance, based on consensus building and representation through a grand council, ensured that all voices were heard and that decisions reflected the collective will of the Confederacy. The Iroquois Confederacy offers a unique perspective on the relationship between royalist lines and democratic principles. Their system of governance emphasized consensus and representation, ensuring that power was distributed among the different nations and clans. Women, in particular, held significant influence, nominating chiefs and participating in political deliberations. The Iroquois Confederacy serves as a powerful reminder that royalist lines can take many forms, adapting to different cultural values and societal structures. Section 7. Shaping societies. The impact of royalist lines on social structures. The absence of a hereditary monarchy often has profound implications for the structure and organization of societies. Royalist lines tend to foster different social hierarchies, power dynamics, and cultural values compared to their monarchical counterparts. Without a single, all-powerful ruler at the helm, power structures become more diffuse, often leading to greater social mobility and a more equitable distribution of resources. In royalist societies, social status is often determined by merit, achievement, or belonging to specific groups or guilds rather than solely by birthright. This can lead to a more dynamic and fluid social fabric where individuals have greater opportunities for advancement based on their skills and contributions. The absence of a rigid hereditary elite can foster a stronger sense of civic responsibility and encourage broader participation in public life. Section 8. Power dynamics, royalist lines, and the shifting sands of political power. Royalist lines inevitably lead to different power dynamics compared to monarchical systems. Without a hereditary claim to the throne, leaders in royalist societies must constantly negotiate and renegotiate their power base. This often results in more fluid and dynamic political landscapes where power is distributed among various individuals, groups, or institutions. This diffusion of power can act as a safeguard against tyranny and the abuse of authority. By distributing power among multiple entities, royalist lines create a system of checks and balances that makes it more difficult for any one individual or group to seize absolute control. However, this diffusion of power can also lead to its own set of challenges. Decision-making processes can become more complex and time-consuming, requiring consensus building and compromise. Internal conflicts and power struggles between different factions or interest groups are also common features of royalist lines. Section 9. Modern manifestations, royalist lines in contemporary governance. While monarchies still exist in the modern world, royalist lines continue to shape governance and political structures in various forms. From democratic republics to federal systems and international organizations, the principles of distributed power, representation, and civic engagement find expression in diverse ways. Modern democracies, in particular, owe a significant debt to the legacy of royalist lines. The principles of popular sovereignty, elected representation, and the separation of powers all draw inspiration from historical examples of royalist governance. Similarly, international organizations like the United Nations embody the spirit of collaboration and consensus building that characterized many royalist societies. Section 10. A legacy of influence, the enduring relevance of royalist lines. The concept of royalist lines continues to hold relevance in the 21st century. As societies grapple with issues of power, inequality, and the need for more inclusive forms of governance, the historical examples of royalist societies offer valuable insights and alternative perspectives. Studying royalist lines challenges us to think critically about our assumptions regarding power and leadership. It encourages us to explore alternative models of governance that prioritize collaboration, representation, and the common good. By understanding the successes and failures of past royalist societies, we can gain valuable lessons for navigating the complexities of governance in the 21st century. Section 11. Looking ahead. Royalist lines in the tapestry of the future. As we look to the future, the principles of royalist lines are likely to become even more relevant. In an increasingly interconnected and complex world, the need for collaborative, distributed forms of governance is more pressing than ever. Royalist lines offer a framework for imagining alternative futures, where power is shared more equitably and decision-making processes are more inclusive and participatory. By learning from the successes and failures of past royalist societies, we can chart a course towards a more just, equitable, and sustainable future for all.